I'm here with Jeff Fulchino, former Major League pitcher for the Florida Marlins, the Kansas City Royals, Houston Astros, and San Diego Padres. Appreciate your time, Jeff.
No problem.
All right. Tell the viewers out there what you've been up to since retiring from professional baseball.
So since retiring, I went back to school, finished my degree, and I felt like real estate's kind of always interested me. And I got my real estate license, and here I am. And I joined the Higgins Group a couple months ago, and I'm looking forward to a career in real estate now.
Gotcha. And let's talk a little baseball. You spent the first 7 years of your career with the Florida Marlins. You received your first MLB call in 2006. Your MLB debut was against the Orioles. What was going through your head, getting called up for the first time?
Well, just, your kind of mind is blown with just, your dream, and you're growing up, this is all you wanted to do, and now you have a chance to do it. And, just sheer excitement.
And then you did spend a long time with the Marlins, and you only got to pitch that one game with them. Were you upset at all that you didn't get another chance to pitch for that team in the Major Leagues again?
Yeah, I mean, because that was the team I got drafted by. That was the team I spent the most, I was in the farm system for 6 years. So you come up with a bunch of guys, the same group of guys, kind of each team, and then you make it up to kind of the pinnacle at the Major League team, and then it's kind of frustrating that in my case I got hurt and then I got released, so it was kind of short-lived, and then it ended up working out for me, signing on with another team back in the big leagues, and then
Yeah, and like you mentioned before, you signed with the Kansas City Royals the following year, and in a game at Yankee Stadium, you're playing against the Yankees, you hit Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
What's going through your head?
I got a lot of grief from my family, my wife's family specifically. They're big Yankees fans, so no, it was completely unintentional, and it was just a slider that got away from me. But I actually had the great fortune of pitching quite a bit in New York, so it was good that being from the area, a lot of family and friends could come.
Very cool. Then you're claimed out waivers by the Houston Astros, and you spent 3 years there, probably the best years of your career. 2009 was your best year, appearing in 61 games with a 3.4 ERA. Can you just talk about that overall experience with the Astros?
It was, again, a situation where I pitched for Kansas City the year before and ended up being put on waivers, and just because they signed someone else, and I had the good fortune of being claimed by Houston and given the opportunity to make the club out of spring training, and kind of the rest was history. I ended up having, like you said, the best year of my career that following year, 2009, and kind of. It really was kind of like my coming out party. I previous to that, I didn't get a whole lot of opportunity, and that was really my first real opportunity to kind of establish myself, and I took advantage of it.
Good. And then during that 2011 season, you were claimed off waivers by the San Diego Padres. Was it difficult leaving that team that gave you basically your first real chance?
Yeah, I mean, it was difficult because I had a lot of friends, a lot of teammates. Our families become friends, at that point, if you spend so much time there. And so that was difficult. But it was another opportunity. It was, if you look back, it was right when Houston was kind of, not fire sailing their team, but they were moving on from the old and, trying to get young. So I didn't really fit into the being older, it didn't fit into the plans moving forward. So, as you said, I was on waivers again and claimed San Diego, and I finished the season in San Diego.
So how'd you like playing in San Diego in your brief time there?
I liked it. I mean, you can't beat San Diego for weather and the town itself. So I had a lot of fun, and it's kind of how baseball is. You're kind of transient. Once you start moving, it's like you never stop until you're done.
And then 2012, you spent in the Washington Nationals organization rehabbing from a shoulder injury.
Yeah. So what ends up happening was 2012, I went into camp and I got injured, and I wasn't able to pitch through it, so I ended up having surgery and ended up missing the entire season. And consequently, that was my last season in affiliated baseball.
And then, like you said, the following year you signed with the Bridgeport Bluefish of the Atlantic League. How did you come about signing with the Bluefish, and did you know much about the league ahead of time?
I didn't know a lot about the league. I knew it was the competition was the highest of all the independent leagues. And being so close to my house, it was kind of a no-brainer as far as, you know, where I was going to play and who was going to play. You know, I met Willie before, and it was easy. He made the transition easy from going from having sat out the year to, you know, letting me be the closer, and it was a good fit and it was a good situation. I ended up having a really good year. It just didn't work out for me as far as hooking back on with another team.
Yeah. So, like Jeff said, he did have an excellent year with the Bluefish as their closer until retiring midway through the year. Made the Atlantic League All-Star team as well. How was that playing?
It was good. I mean, I didn't end up going. I had some family commitments that I had to go to, but it was a nice honor. Like you said, I had a really good year, and it was a little bit frustrating not to be able to hook on with another team, but at the same time, it was a good experience because I get to live at home, play, you know, all my friends and family locally, come out to the game, and it was a nice way to kind of finish off my career.
Yeah. And then I got to finish off some rapid type fire questions. What are some of your favorite ballparks you've played at in your career?
Favorite ballparks, I would have to say St. Louis was one.
I love St. Louis.
San Diego was another. And I like playing in Houston a lot.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. And then who are some of your favorite managers you played for?
Favorite managers. Cecil Cooper, my first year in Houston. I liked Cecil. I liked, actually, my time in Florida was Joe Girardi was the manager, so that was really cool. I liked Joe a lot, you know, spring training and then a little bit in the major leagues. I liked, who else was it? I like Brad Mills. Brad Mills was my manager for 2 years. He was a Boston bench coach for a long time. Frankly, I think he's now the third base coach in Cleveland. So I enjoyed all the managers I played for and with.
Awesome. And then who was one of your toughest hitters you faced?
Toughest hitter was probably that I had to face was Brian McCann, because it just whenever I faced him, I think he is 3 for 4 with a double and 2 home runs off of me.
Gotcha. Was one of those home runs like a walk off?
Yeah, that was it. That's him. So he had my number.
And then going back to the Bluefish season last year, if you can remember, is there one teammate you had with the Bluefish that kind of stands out that you think should have got like another chance at affiliate ball last year?
I would say Teixeira, but he ended up getting an opportunity. I'm trying to think. If there was one kid on the team that I really felt bad for. It was not that I felt bad for, but I wish he would have been healthier. Was Hayden Penn, because he was really he was really good. I played against him and with him, and you know his stuff is really good. And when he was healthy, he was, you know, really really good. And I think he would have easily gotten a job in affiliate ball and back to the major leagues. He couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah, I remember him. He's a good guy. And then last question is what's something you miss about not playing professional baseball anymore?
I think the thing you miss the most is I think it's for me it's twofold. The camaraderie with your teammates. You know, you miss that because once you're gone from baseball, you're not going to find that somewhere else. You know, so that's tough. And then the second thing is competition. You know, you don't once that's done, it's done. You know, where you can't make up that kind of competition, and you know whether it's softball or there's nothing that replaces that. So competition and the camaraderie, you know, with your teammates. That's what I miss the most.
All right, that's it. I appreciate it, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Jeff Fulchino, everyone.